Hey, what's up YouTube? So today I'm here to showcase a heavy attack Magicka Sorcerer Arena Solo build. This build is intended to be used for solo play and offers a good balance between damage and survivability. The main purpose of this build is for tackling the arenas, whether it be on veteran or normal. With the changes to Empower in update 35, this build packs quite a punch. Our source of Empower is going to be through the Oakensoul Ring, therefore it will be a 1-bar build. Furthermore, this build is perfect to use in Overland and comes with decently easy to acquire gear. With that being said, here we go. So starting off in the character sheet, I have 64 points in a Magicka and I'm running the Thief Mundus. For the race, I'm a High Elf. I think High Elves are probably one of the best choices for Magicka DPS right now. For the food, we're going to be running Clockwork Citrus Fillet for any hard content. An easier and cheaper option would be Witch Mother's Potent Brew. And lastly, if you're parsing or just want more sustain in general, then Ghastly Eyeball is always the go-to. For the potions, because we're running Oakensoul Ring, we're just going to use standard essence of Magicka. The reason we're not running Spell Power Pots is because we don't need access to Major Sorcery or Major Prophecy because Oakensoul provides that for us. So therefore, we only need Major Intellect, which can be found from regular essence of Magickas. So for the CP, for the blue tree, we're going to be running Fighting Finesse, Weapons Expert, Deadly Aim, and Wrathful Strikes. For the red tree, Boundless Vitality, Fortified, Rejuvenation, and Celerity. So for the gear, we're going to be running 5 pieces of Sergeant's Mail, paired with 5 pieces Stormmaster, 1 piece Slime Crawl, and 1 Oakensoul Ring. So breaking it down in the main hand, we have a sharpened Lightning Staff of the Sergeant with a flame damage enchant. For the head, we have 1 piece light Slime Crawl and Divines with a max mag enchant. For the body, we have 5 pieces of Stormmaster, all traded in Divines with max mag enchants. And for the chest, we have 1 piece of Sergeant's Mail chest and Divines with a max mag enchant. And for the jewelry, we have 2 pieces of Sergeant's Mail, both in Bloodthirsty with spell damage enchants. And lastly, Oakensoul Ring, which is also traded in Bloodthirsty with a spell damage enchant as well. So for skills, we're running Empowered Ward. This is our shield. Whenever you're anticipating damage, just make sure you use this to absorb it. Furthermore, it gives us minor intellect and minor endurance, increasing our Magicka and stamina recovery by 15% for 10 seconds. Next up is Blockade of Storms. This is one of our 2 damaging skills that we're going to use. What this does is it's going to do shock damage to enemies in the target area every 1 second, and setting concussed enemies off balance for 7 seconds. When enemies are off balance, they take more damage from your heavy attacks. Crit Surge, this is our source of passive healing. It does have a 33-second duration, so make sure you keep this up. Whenever you deal crit damage, you heal for 3,564 health, and it can occur once every 1 second, so it's a pretty strong heal. Volatile Familiar, or this is the flex spot, so put in whatever skill you need, but if you don't have a skill, then Volatile Familiar will do. This is just for the passive damage, and you can activate it to do a little bit more damage. Twilight Matriarch, this is going to be our burst heal. So whenever we need some healing, instantaneous healing, we'll pop this. Furthermore, it does do okay damage, so it's also there just for that. This is Destruction Staff Ultimate, Thunderous Rage, because we have Lightning Staff equipped, and this is a really good burst damage skill. I usually reserve this for bosses and when I need to do big burst damage. And other than that, just keep holding down heavy attack and use your skills when needed. So closing thoughts, with the changes to Empower, this build actually hits like a truck. One of the most important things to note is since we're running Sergeant's Mail, you want to take advantage of the stacks and just keep heavy attacking. So basically just try to keep up your blockade as much as possible, Volatile Familiar, especially during your downtime, and then keep Crit Surge up, and then just hold down the heavy attack button. Just very quickly, some other sets you can consider running would be Undaunted Unweaver, Undaunted Infiltrator, Infallible Mage, and Noble Duelist. The reason why I went with Stormmaster and Sergeant's Mail was because Sergeant's Mail is the best if you can get the stacks, meaning it'll give the most boost to heavy attacks. And the reason why I chose Stormmaster was because it's so easy to activate. It activates off crit damage. The Undaunted sets aren't bad, but their 2 to 4 piece bonuses aren't the best either. And Infallible Mage is a good option instead of Stormmaster, but Stormmaster I feel like offers just a little bit more DPS. And the reason why we didn't do Noble Duelist was because you need to be in melee range, and in arenas sometimes you're just not in melee range, so I wanted to take full advantage of the set And I think that wraps it up. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below, or better yet, come join our Discord. My website is now available and open to the public. I will try my best to update it for every build I make. Furthermore, I'd like to get into content creation full time, so I've started a channel membership for those who would like to support me. One added perk is that members will get build request priority. Both of the links will be in the description. And lastly, if you feel like the build has helped you in any way, please consider subbing and liking the video. Once again, thank you again, and see you in the next one.